Next is your question number 91. This is again about margin of safety, and margin of safety is your CVP analysis, break-even analysis. Now, what is margin of safety? I need to listen from you people. Somebody should explain me what is margin of safety. Why do we use it? How does it help us? Yes, please. Your time. Let's first discuss margin of safety. We call it MOS, okay? And you can put like this, MOS. So you have product A, product B, and product C. And here you've got margin of safety, which is given here as 15%. Here it is 22%. Here it is 17%. So what does it tell me? And which product I should choose, which product I should make? I mean, what is the message from this data? Who can tell me? I know how to calculate, it is very easy. But I just want to make sure that you guys understand the philosophy behind margin of safety. Why do we calculate it?
So we will select the product B that is have the maximum.
You would put up product B. Why? Your answer is
Sir,
correct. Now
sir,
explain.
because margin of safety is higher over here, so like we have a more cushion of before going into loss.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So I would write it down as like this. I would say margin of safety is a safety cushion, like you use the word before you go into loss. This is margin of safety. For example, margin of safety is what? Margin of safety is, it is the difference between the budgeted sales and the break-even sales. Okay, let's suppose that your budgeted sales, your break-even sales are 100 units. You must sell 100 units to break even, which means no profit, no loss. Okay. And then you set up your target. Oh, I want to sell 110 units. Okay. So in this case, your margin of safety is like 10% approximately. So you have got a 10% margin of safety, which means that if your sales will drop down by 10%, you will go into loss. Now that is a very, how to say, a small margin of safety. With an 11% decrease in the sales volume, you are making a loss. When I see that my margin of safety is 22%, I am kind of sitting relaxed. The sales team come in and they say, we are not meeting the targets. We might not be we might not be able to achieve the budget. I say, okay, what is going to happen with sales? With what percentage are you going to make a shortfall? And he says, probably we will be missing the budget by 12% or even by 15%. I say, okay, no worry, because I know that although he should have met the budget, but even though he is missing the budget with 15%, I am still in the safe hands. I'm still not making a loss. So higher the margin of safety, the better it is. So margin of safety is that extra amount, it is that extra quantity which you put over and above your break-even sales, over and above your break-even sales. So this is the idea or concept behind margin of safety. Now let's do this question number 91 very quickly. It says that the standard cost and revenues of log company is log company's only product are as follows. And by the way, margin of safety, it is a topic of CVP, and CVP has single product and break even and multi-product break even. Okay, right now it says that only product, so it means that it is a single company break even. Multi-product break even looks difficult, looks complex, but once you understand the logic, this also is easy. But of course, in the beginning it looks challenging. You just need to understand how to handle the multi-product. This question is for single product. Sales price 60, material 12, labor 15, variable 3, fixed production 15, profit is 15. Fixed overheads are absorbed on budgeted production and sales of 10,000 units per year. So your fixed overheads, they put you here as $15 per unit, but they are based on 10,000 units. So when you multiply it, you can say that your fixed overheads per year actually are 150,000. Okay. I can understand this business. They have fixed overheads of 150,000 units. Based on 10,000 units output, they put 15 per unit. If this output changes, this number will also change. Sales staff receive a sales commission of 5% of sales volume. They take 5% from here straight. Okay, that's a very huge thing. What is logs margin of safety to the nearest hole? By the way, I'm going away from the question. I'm going away from the question. I will just tell you something from real life. When you are giving, okay, just stop your mind for 3 minutes from the question. I'll tell you something else. 5% of sales revenue is very, 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 very huge. I, in my personal opinion, generally do not give this thing. 5% of sales revenue means what? If you have a sales revenue of 100, he will get $5. Okay. When you, in normal businesses, when you have 100, very good businesses, they end up making net profit after tax, 20%. If you are making 20% after tax profit, you are a good company. I mean, that's a good investment. In small businesses, you might be making more, but in reasonable sized businesses, 20% after tax profit is good. So it means that the overall company is making 20% profit. This guy is taking 5. So out of 100, I take 20, you take 5. It looks like that he's taking actually, one fourth of my profit almost. He looks like my partner. He does not look like my employee. He's a 25% partner. Actually, it's a huge thing. And therefore, in many businesses, when you give when you give bonus or incentive as a percentage of sales revenue, we don't give more than 2 or 3%, except for services. In services, yes, it is possible, but in uh, products, that is amazing. Anyways, just one comment from the real life. So now what is log company margin of safety? So what you need to do now, you have to find out first that how much is your break even sales, how much are your budgeted sales, and the difference between these two is going to be your margin of safety. So who is going to help me in this question? 3 minutes you have, start working your mind, take out some calculations, and you guys are going to help me out with this question. Okay, let's start doing it. So first, so we know that margin of safety, to calculate margin of safety, we need these two things, okay? Budgeted sales and break-even sales. So let's first see how do we calculate break-even sales. Break-even sales formula is total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Okay, so fixed cost should be taken as total and contribution should be taken as per unit. So what is my total fixed cost? If you remember that I discussed before, that total fixed cost here would be fixed cost per unit, which is based on 10,000 units. So it means that total fixed cost will be 15 multiplied by 10,000. And it means that my total fixed costs are 150,000. And then what is my contribution per unit? Okay. How to calculate contribution per unit? Contribution per unit is sales price minus variable cost. So how much is the sales price? That is 60 minus variable cost material is 12 minus labor is 15 minus variable overhead is 3. And then there is one more thing which you should not ignore. It says that sales commission of 5% on sales revenue, which means every time somebody will sell $60 thing, they will get 5% of that. 60 times 5 is 3. So $3 you are giving actually. So you should subtract another minus 3. If you will ignore, your answer will be wrong. So you should subtract that sales commission as well. So now you have fixed cost 15,000, $27 is contribution, and I can say that my break even point is 15,000 divided by 27, which is 555.55. You have to round up because these are units. So it should be 5556 units. This is your break even point. And what is your budgeted sales? Your budgeted sales volume you have set as 10,000 units. Now you know that your break even is 5,000, budgeted is 10,000, and here comes your margin of safety formula. Margin of safety formula, it says budgeted sales minus, okay, let me put it in brackets so that we do not ignore, budgeted sales minus break even sales, and close the bracket, and divided by, you have to divide it by your budgeted sales. So it means that I should be doing like this, 10,000 minus 5556 divided by 10,000. So this is going to give you the answer.
So I think your formula is incorrect. It's 150,000 by 27.
This is the formula for break even. Break even point formula is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Fixed cost total, contribution per unit. So my fixed cost is 15,000 and contribution is 150,000 is fixed cost. So this is the formula you need to remember. Break even point. Let me call it break even point. In lecture, I call it BEP. Break even point, or I call it BEP. Now, just one question here. So 44% should be the answer, which is option C. So you have got a margin of safety, which is 44%. Now, if I ask you, now question is finished. Okay, we have done. Just one quick question. What is your break even revenue? Can you tell me what is your break even revenue now? Break even revenue, the formula is break even point multiplied by selling price.
Sales.
So you have break even point as 5556 multiplied by selling price, which is 60 in this question. So I have got my break even revenue is 333,000. So sorry, like this, $333,000. Now, what does it tell? It says, now we have concluded answer was 44%. Let me but tell you what is the scenario. The scenario is that I need to sell 5,556 units to break even, where no profit, no loss. But I am planning to sell 10,000 units, well above my break even. If I sell 5,556 in terms of units, my revenue should be 3,360. This is called my break even revenue. If my sales team comes and tell me that they are going to make sales of 310,000, it means that we will be making a loss. So I am looking at my target that minimum I should be making $333,000 in sales, or I should be selling 5,556 in units in order to break even. So what are my budgeted sales? So this is called my break-even sales, okay? Break-even revenue. What is your budgeted revenue? Your budgeted revenue is 10,000 units multiplied by 60 per unit, okay? So this is another number. I'm just playing around with some numbers. So it looks like that I'm just doing it extra work, okay? That I have given my sales team that you have to make or generate a revenue of 600,000. And I know that out of 600,000, 333 is my break-even point. Remaining is my profit. The difference between these two. Until here, all cost will be covered. Variable cost will be covered within 333, fixed cost will be covered within 333, and the difference between these two goes into my pocket. Of course, I have to pay taxes. Okay, so that's the understanding. Anyways, this was number 91.